Poor people are suffering, nobody cares. So I don't know what's the role of the government. I don't know. I want to know today, what's the role of the government? I think we have failed our people. The government
to manipulate people's mind, and of which next we are coming to you, the churches. You are the next. We have to sanitize every other sector, because people must be free. People must be free. Aniambia ewe mwanangu, usilie tena. Ninajua shida zako, mimi nitazitatua. Bila wewe, mimi ni kitu bure. So, the Kenyans who are in the streets right now, demonstrating against the high cost of living and the wrong financial bills, which is about to be signed by the President of the Republic of Kenya. You are doing a good job. But I want us to shift our focus a little bit. Na tuangalie this guy who has been soldiering himself in the streets there's one person we are missing in the street. One person that we are missing in the streets. A guy who is fearless. A guy who soldiers himself. A guy who ties himself in town. A guy who wants his voice to be heard. An activist of change and transformation and liberation. The man Julius Kamau Kimani right now is in jail. I think we need to shift our focus and tell the government to free the people who are jailed because of fighting against the high cost of living in Kenya. The people who are not guilty, but they are in jail. A person like Kimani, he has been seen in the street. Nimeangalia some of his clips in the streets. He's talking about how the leaders are slaving people by raising the cost and the standards of living. He is very clear. But the question is, police hata kama ni nini, hata kama ni ubaya mkona, why should you molest such kind of a man? Why should you torture such kind of a man who is speaking the voice of many silenced Kenyans? He's not even afraid. Look at how he is representing himself in court.
Role of the government. I think we have failed our people. The government has failed. Everybody has failed. We have also failed ourselves. I don't know, my concerns will not allow me to decide it. And at any time, at any moment. I don't know whether this is going to come up anywhere, but we must have this debate. We must have this conversation. We cannot continue living in fear. I see a lot of fear in this country. A lot of fear in the courts. Just yesterday, we saw a magistrate who was shot by a police officer. I want to speak, my dear friends. I want to speak because when you try to tell me to keep silent, my heart is burning. You know, it's burning because of this country. Because for 60 years, we have been living like we are not human beings. Like we are half human beings. We are considered like children of a lesser God. Now, this cannot continue. It cannot continue in any way. We are ruled by a minority that does not care for the interests of the majority. We are victims of lies and failed promises, deferred hopes and blasted dreams for 60 years. I don't know what will happen. I don't know whether you're going to sentence me. I'm ready to be sentenced for 100 years. But I'm going to keep speaking the truth until the day I leave this world. We cannot continue living like this. My dear friends, we must resist.
The man is fearless. The man is fearless. He knows exactly what he is talking about. Even in some leaders fear speaking the truth because they fear being sucked out. What is the Kamau asked this very interesting question. What is the meaning of education? What is the meaning of saying or talking about democracy? What is the real meaning of civilization? If you are civilized, why are you not speaking the truth? Why are you not free of speaking the truth? Why are you not free of speaking the voice of those who cannot speak by themselves? You are a judge, but you cannot speak the truth. Are you not a slave again? The whole president of the Republic of Kenya, the backbone of Africa, Kenya, the president himself, he cannot express his views. He cannot come to the people and represent himself before the people and tell the people the state of Kenya and what we can do collectively to change the economy, the deterioration of economy in our country. This is our nation, and I think we have to shift our focus. Kamau, Kimani, Julius must be free. The guy is speaking the voice of those ones who cannot speak by themselves. We have to shift our focus. We have to go to the core. How of a judge, you can use your common sense. You can listen to what Kamau is saying. Kamau is not condemning any other person. This is not tribalism. We are not talking about tribalism here. Oh, because he's a Kikuyu. We are not talking about tribalism. We are talking about truth. What is this guy saying? It seems when you use your mind, Kamau is oppressed. When you use your mind, you realize Kamau is, this thing is flowing. The spirit of the ancestors is flowing in his veins. He's speaking the voice of the ancestors. The country that our forefathers died for, stayed in the forest, died for the sake of the freedom of Kenya. Today, the leaders are the ones, the black leaders, the President William Samuel Arap Ruto. He is oppressing his own black mates just because of the name of investment. I want to invest. I want to become richer than Uhuru Kenyatta. I want to become the famous. Just because you want to become famous. Justice, freedom, democracy must be exercised in Julius, Kamau, Kimani, in court. Judges, you are the next. You are next. You take the bribes. You are very corrupt. You have to be bribed for you to make the right judges, to pass the right judgment. And even the judgment is not even right because he's bribed. And you are expecting people to be free. Those who have money are oppressing those who don't have money. That's not the case. We are all black brothers and sisters. And we are the owners of Kenya. And we are the people of Kenya. And we are the representatives of Kenya. And we have to fight this out. People who are speaking the truth, people who are representing those who cannot speak by themselves, must be given their own freedom to express themselves. And what about who is that called? Mackenzie. What about Mackenzie? What about him? What is the difference between Mackenzie and Ruto? What is the difference? They are all, if Mackenzie did murder people in Shakahola, then Ruto is killing people in Kenya. Maybe we can talk about the methods used to kill. No, Mackenzie used the Bible, yeah, to manipulate people's mind, and of which next we are coming to you, the churches. You are the next. We have to sanitize every other sector because people must be free. People must be free. This is a moment of revolution, and revolution does not spare the church, does not spare the government, does not spare judiciary, does not spare any culture. It will leave no stone unturned. We have to make sure every other sector that is not working according to the interest of the people is sanitized. This is not going to be free as you think, and it's not going to be usual as you think. This is just but the beginning. People are now waking up. So, Ruto, enda US letter armies. Because I think Kenyan armies will not blend in. Because they are also suffering. They are also juzi sikuna polisi alikuwa nagonga judge risasi. What is the reason? The man aliona bibi yake anajailiwa. And he knows what his woman was passing through. Imagine ametoka ICU, analetwa kotini, tena anafungwa. And this man alikuwa shapeana judgment. Can you imagine that? Huyu mwanaume alikuwa amepeana bribe. Na anaona judge ni kama hiyo pesa ikumtosha, akaona hapa mimi I don't spare. Nitakufinya tu. Yani anaona nimekulipa pesa kidogo and you are not still kunitetea. I will shoot you. Can you think a police inafika extent mpaka ana shoot the judge? Inamaanisha this guy amefinya to the corner. And I feel hata muniue sasa, it doesn't make sense to me. You see? Ndio afika anachukua gun, ana shoot. Alikuwa amefika mwisho. He was ready to die. What does he tell the police who are in the streets killing the young minds? What is the difference between Shaka Hall event and the Ruto's event? Ruto's economic event. What is the difference? They're all murderers. They are killing people indirectly. And have we forgotten that 2007, Ruto was among the people who supplied guns to kill people in Kericho, the Kisis, the Luos, and the Luyas? Have we forgotten that this guy is really a murderer? You see? So we will not forget the history. We will look at you. We will investigate to the bottom that you were the one. You were among the people when you walienda ICC. You are among the people. You bribed 100 billion for you to be free. Bribing for your freedom does not mean you are not guilty. You are guilty of killing the millions, thousands of Kenyans, 2007, and we know the history, and so many people lost the properties. Is that your happiness? And we still know that. So you are using now a different method to kill people. We are not going to allow that. And listen to this. Julius Kimani's freedom. Julius Kimani's freedom. Julius Kimani ako anahitaji freedom, anataka kuwa free. He has to speak his voice. Let him speak. Let him speak. He's speaking on behalf of so many people in Kenya who cannot speak by themselves at their age. Watu kama age yake wamenyamazishwa because they are enslaved. The time of slavery is over. This is the time to exercise freedom. This is the time for every other person that is supposed to be given a chance to exercise their rightful way of expressing their views. It is just the beginning.